astrology and more nonsense on the way for this part of the world here, north north pole or north hemisphere, and some part of the south hemisphere, what's to come, what's brewing after August this year, 2022. So waiting, expect, as I said last year, expect a lot of misunderstanding, problem within families, professional surprises, ups and downs. I mean, promises that it looks too good to be true, and sometimes it is too good to be true. Disappointments, surprises, and relationship drama. And expect all this mainly because of these entities involved, Rahu and Ketu, with some through the astrological point of view, it could have been a point of emission of influences and dark waves emitted to some planets around this universe. This universe included the Earth, and for some it is a deity like individuals, and in the astrology it symbolizes 2 points, 2 astral points, or some point of emission with Rahu, the dragon head, which also corresponds to Saturn, and we have Ketu with the snake. You can see that is a snake swallowing, which looks like a human or an entity, whatever. In here is a tiger, symbolized by a tiger. However, it's all dragon. Okay, so it's also, it has to do with the astrological conjunction, planetary conjunctions of Jupiter, which brings some financial surprises, or sometimes even disappointment. It promises when Saturn gets in the game, it either gives or takes away what Jupiter promises. Okay, and Saturn is the culprit of all this problem. And then we have Pluto. Pluto is the planet of pandemic and cataclysm, chaos. Okay, Mars is the planet of violence, of which it triggers people to become too violent and causes problems and strife. Together with Saturn kind of manipulate all these other planets to do their bid. Whereas Pluto, when it comes in, it kind of gives a lot of problem. Okay, it gives a lot of problem with virus, pandemics, etc. And that means that we are not out of the mud yet. We are not out of the mud, not out of the hole of despair, of problems, of obstacles, etc. Okay, so we have to be on guard, because the road for some part of the timeline in this world is not clear yet. Okay, The road is not clear. There's still a lot of barricades for us to 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 walk in, and we made triple on the way during our journey until I cannot say until when, but it's going on. They just give a response, take a toilet break. Sudden, just take a toilet break, and then it come back. When it come back, vomiting, trash all over. So planets are unpredictable, and the next 100 days prove this statement due to the sheer volume of planetary switches and conjunctions, which will probably turn our life on its head by middle of August 2022. Okay, it may turn our personal and collective world upside down this year yet, because we are not out of trouble yet. It may turn our experiences here 350 degrees around. So considering so many moves, we see merit in preparing a 100 days guidance report to help you understand the many moves, challenges, and the opportunities before the change is lost. So we need to grab the opportunity while it's there, because it's not always there. It's just like cotton candy. I mean, it is there, and the next it isn't. It will melt away if you don't grab and then enjoy it quickly, as fast as you can. So the solar eclipse of the 3rd April will be followed by lunar eclipse on 16 May, which is coming. Okay, it's gonna be the lunar eclipse 2022, both of which would bring many unexpected changes. To add to the confusion, Mercury shifts into retrograde motion on 10th May. Now we are on the 14th May, so yeah, that's why once Mercury is there, also there will be a lot of stress and thinking and overanalyzing and confusion. That's explain the many trouble in some part of our lives, workplace, at home, etc. Mercury shifts into retrograde motion on 10th May, which will increase misunderstandings and false moves, further creating challenges when you least expect them. Precisely. Currently, Saturn's moving Aquarius on 29 is already dead. It moved into Aquarius on 29 April. It's gone already 2022. We began with a lot of promise, but Saturn will spring a surprise and fall back into Capricorn on 12th July, after beginning a confusing phase since it turning retrograde on 5th June. So all the things that may, for some people are just, you see, they are building castle in the sky. They are fly on penny land. You know, they are fly like Peter Pan, like Narnia land, Pen, etc. They are in Fantasia land, promising a lot. However, they must safeguard themselves. This is not about being pessimistic. However, it's much more being about being um, on our safeguard and be alert and ready for what may come after August and what's coming in the few next month. Okay, start from June, and it will kind of getting more progressive and more um, get more aggressive after August. So this is a major reason for turbulency in this 100 days period, as all Saturn related promises could turn on their head. They go back in their promises and make you take a nearly 180-degree turn in your life, and I would say could be even be 350 for some, not just 180 but 350. While this play is in motion, Venus would conjunct Rahu on 16 June. Venus would conjunct Rahu, and what it means, I guess when it goes to Rahu with the dragon's head, it kind of become too aggressive. Okay, because Venus is about art, is about expression of love, artists, etc. It could cool down the dragon a bit. Venus could cool down a bit and then kind of divert it towards the positive side, or else it will be the another way around. Rahu will try to manipulate Venus effect on Earth. Okay, so expected to enter Venus on 16 June, creating major relationship drama and challenges. You see, Saturn a devil, man. Ketu is a devil, is a dragon, and where they are here, they are now very prominent here indeed. And once they are out, it's all about turbulency, conflicts, cataclysm, problems, etc. Either economic, social, family, individual, collective, workplace, etc. Finances, economics, especially so in the economic arena. And I hope Pluto will not be there, because Pluto is a devil, completely devil. Once it comes, there will become a epidemic. And I want Pluto to get lost, just go back to the black hole. So, and you should not rule out deception also. And Mars conjunction with Rahu could be the icing on the cake. Mars conjunction with Rahu, my gosh! Oh my God, I don't want to imagine. Can you imagine Mars conjunction with Rahu? My goodness, you better say a lot of how to say it, mantra to keep yourself safe during this period. Could be the icing on the cake on the 1st August. Bring professional changes and the possibility of a new V variant back into our life. So God, imagine, I just cannot imagine Rahu in Mars conjunction. All the crazy people there creating trouble to one another. There will be a lot of confusion, a lot of anger, a lot of mayhem. Because Mars is already about violence, about lack of conscience. And then once it is with Rahu, which the dragon head, then how in the lion, the tiger, not lion, tiger, then how will it become? Will it become a hell here? The 100 days period is going to be a high octave period that could bring me many new challenges and open up new avenues at the same time. But it's just a fantasy. You must be careful when they promise, they give, but once they take, they will bring you down to earth, then you fall down from the crowd with your head on the ground. Then the fall will be hard and the deception will be your desert. And you will be flooded with opportunities, challenges, confusion, misleading signals, and elements of deception with misplaced aggression and major shift in thinking and circumstances all unfolding currently for you. My gosh, I cannot take it. I mean, not just me. I mean, many people also will be involved in this. The most interesting part of this phase would be the challenges and positive events that would come about together, and sometimes during the same week, even days. That means all this will couple up, will mix up, will happen. It may happen in one single damned day. Make this period worth analyzing as well as planning for. You will realize towards the middle of August 2022 that your professional, personal, love, financial, and many other aspects of life would be so different and maybe even unrecognizable compared to the early parts of May 2022. When you would be reading this, my gosh, I just cannot imagine. I'm sick of all this. Just while display is in motion, Venus would conjunct Rahu on 16 June during great major relationship dramas and challenges, and you should not rule out exceptionals. Jupiter will turn retrograde 28 July, bringing a whole raft of opportunities and energy into focus. Mars conjunction with Rahu could be the icing on the cake on August 22, bring professional changes and the possibility of a new variant back into our lives. Oh my God, now and now and now. Pluto and Neptune will return retrograde during this period, bringing a journey in emotions. And people say, oh, I don't believe in astrology, but then you see the events unfold before you, and blind are those who refuses to see. Finally, Uranus, which is the chaos maker, it's the trigger maker, okay? It's the trigger that spawn you into actions, into moving things and modify things. It's like energy, motion. Uranus will return retrograde and bring the need for a change and revolution against all that you have been undergoing over the past 100 days. For me, it's 100,000 days, I would say. How would these changes affect you? The 100-day period is going to be a high octave period, could bring many new challenges and open up new avenues at the same time. You will be flooded with opportunities, challenges, confusion, misleading signals, and elements of deception with misplaced aggression and major shift in thinking and circumstances all unfolding currently for you. The most interesting part of this phase would be the challenges and positive events that would come about together, and sometimes during the same week, even days, making this period worth analyzing as well as planning for. You will realize towards the middle of August, too many changes are taking place too soon. You should take guidance. So they need to prepare ourselves because not every time is not every day and every month or every week is a very nice and favorable kind of day. See, you need to prepare ourselves for a storm, or I would not say storm, I would say also a solar hot storm. Not say it literally speaking, metaphorically, as an analogy. We also need to prepare ourselves for solar storm, so the heat of the obstacles and things that may come in the way. However, if you have enough courage, we have enough strength and perseverance, we're going to navigate through all this, and we're gonna reach the shore eventually.